Hey, Assalamualaikum everyone. So today my group will be presenting our perspective analysis on the role of information and communication technology or ICT in education. ICT is no longer just an option, it has become the very heart of transforming teaching and learning across the world. First of all, let me introduce our group member first. First of all, we have ALSYAIDEEN, and then we have AUS HAIKAL, we have HUDZAIFAH, me, Kaish, and LUQMAN. Okay, the purpose of our study is threefold. First, we aim to analyze perspective on how educational assistance impact students and teachers. Second, we identify the obstacle faced by school and parents when implementing ICT. And third, we examine the effectiveness of digital technologies integration in improving the overall quality of learning. By focusing on these areas, we hope to highlight both the opportunities and challenges that come with digital transformation in education. Educational assistance through ICT can provide access to resource, interactive learning platform, and personalized teaching method. However, challenges remain such as limited infrastructure, lack of digital literacy among parents, and unequal access to device or internet connection. Despite this obstacle, the integration of digital technology has shown promising results. It encouraged activity, it encouraged active participation, support collaborative learning, and help students develop critical skills needed in today's digital world. In conclusion, ICT is not just a tool but driving force in shaping modern education. Our study emphasized the importance of overcoming barriers to ensure that every student benefit from digital learning opportunities.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am ALSYAIDEEN, and today I will be discussing some key problems in the context of digital education for our research. So our first problem is poor infrastructure and unstable internet are significant barriers, especially in rural areas where connectivity is limited. So this will make online learning difficult for students and teachers who rely on the internet for lessons and resources. The second problem, there's an issue with limited access to devices, which will result in unequal opportunities for students, especially in lower income families. So next, we also see a digital skills gap among teachers. Not all educators, not all teachers are equipped with the skills needed to effectively use digital tools in their teaching. So this will make it challenging for them to fully integrate technology into their lessons. Next, there are also growing concern about cybersecurity risk for young students. With increased online activity, it is crucial to protect our children from potential online dangers such as data breaches and inappropriate content. So lastly, the problem is socio-economic disparities, particularly within B40 families, mean that many students lack the resources needed to fully engage in digital learning. Now, these issues will lead us to some critical research questions. So, the question for our research, the first question is, what is the effectiveness of educational assistance programs designed to address these gaps? So this will be answered by the lecturer. And then question 2, what challenges do schools and parents face in utilizing ICT? Parents and school are key players in supporting students, but without the right resources and support, they have to struggle to help their children. And then finally, for our question 3, what impact do digital tools have on student engagement and performance? So these 3 questions is for our research question. So I think that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is LUQMAN Hakim bin Yazid and I will be presenting the literature review and also the methodology of our study. Alright, let's start. First and foremost, for the literature review, our study refers to several important policies and previous research related to ICT integration and educational assistance in Malaysia. The Ministry of Education of Malaysia introduced the Digital Education Policy, which supports the integration of digital technology in teaching and also learning. This policy emphasized that ICT is no longer optional but essential in improving the quality of education. Previous studies also highlighted that teacher readiness and proper training are crucial to ensure ICT can be implemented effectively. Without the digital skills, even good technology cannot be fully utilized. And also, in terms of educational assistance, programs such as early school assistance help reduce the financial burden of parents, especially from B40 families. Meanwhile, the textbook loan scheme ensures equal access to textbooks and also promoting educational equity. However, the literature also identifies several challenges, including high maintenance costs, infrastructure, and also the rural-urban digital gap. Alright, so moving on to the methodology, our study used a qualitative approach to semi-structured interviews. We conducted online interviews lasting about 15 to 20 minutes with a lecturer, which is Ms. Fatiha, and also two parents, Mr. Yusri Martin and also Mrs. Roslina. After the interviews, the data were transcribed and analyzed thematically to identify key themes and patterns in their perspective. We chose this method because it allows us to gain deeper insights and real-life experiences regarding the effectiveness of educational assistance and ICT implementation. That's all from my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. So I'll be talking about the interview focus and also the key finding in the online interview. So, as you guys know, we conducted a 15 to 20 minutes online interview with two sides, one from the lecturer and also second for the parent. For the side of the lecturer, which is Miss Fatiha, we've gained three main areas, which is the school assistant program, ICT integration in teaching learning, and also the challenge faced by school. Meanwhile, the second view, which is from the parent, which is Mr. Yusri Martin and also Mrs. Rosalina, we more focus on their awareness on educational assistance programs, the benefit received by their children, and also the use of digital tools at home. By interviewing both parties, we were able to compare the perspective from the school and family environment. Alright, so I will go to the key findings. So both of the sides agree that those educational assistance programs actually helpful and very essential for the B40 families, especially programs such as skim pinjaman buku teks SPBT and also rancangan makanan tambahan RMT significantly reduce costs and ensure equal access to learning materials. On top of that, they also improve students' attendance and academic performance. However, several challenges were identified. For example, incomplete documentation and also limited budget allocation. Next, in terms of ICT integration, both sides agree that digital tools such as Google Classroom and EduWeb TV improve students' engagement and makes learning more interactive. However, there's some major obstacles. For example, unstable internet connection and limited infrastructure, and also parents' lack of digital literacy at home. To address these challenges, the lecturer suggested more teachers training, better facilities, while the parents suggested workshop to improve digital skills and additional support for students. So in conclusion, while educational assistance programs are effective in reducing financial barriers, improvement in infrastructure training, and implementation process are still necessary to ensure inclusive and sustainable education.
Alright, so Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is AUS HAIKAL and I will be presenting the discussion and also the conclusion for our study today. So for the first slide, both lecturers and parents agree that existence programs help reduce barriers in education. programs like SPVT and BAP ensure that students from different backgrounds and environment can still access learning opportunities. However, their focus actually slightly different. The lectures emphasize fairness and sustainability, making sure the support is distributed equally. Meanwhile, the parents, on the other hand, they much more focus on accessibility and bureaucracy for their children, as some of them think that the application process can be complicated. Also, some of the ICT challenges, some schools lack of proper infrastructure, while at home, digital literacy among parents can be limited. That's why PIBG plays an important role in connecting schools and parents. But stronger collaboration is needed to improve support and ensure a more inclusive education system for the students. For the conclusion, assistance programs such as SPVT and BAP plays a crucial role in ensuring educational equity, and also especially for the students from underprivileged backgrounds. At the same time, the integration of ICT in the classroom has significantly boosted students' engagement and made learning more interactive. Although some challenges, there's a need for better infrastructure, properly training for the students and also the lecturers, and more streamlined implementation process. Ultimately, the goal is to build a sustainable and inclusive education system that supports every learner effectively. Okay, so next slide will be our references. So if there's not much more, then that's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, as we come to the end of this presentation, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone who are watching this presentation video. Your attention and engagement have been invaluable, and we truly appreciate the time you have taken to listen to our work. I would like to say something that is that presentation are not just about sharing information, but they're about connecting idea with people, and we are grateful for the opportunity to do that right now. And what I can say about the reflection, okay, I give some reflection that throughout our discussion, we highlighted the importance of ICT in education, the challenges faced by school and parent, and the potential benefit of digital integration. What stands out most is that technology is not simply an add-on, but it is a transformative force. What we all need to know is that transformation requires effort, which is collaboration and commitment from all stakeholders. If we can overcome the barrier, that the reward will be significant. More inclusive, engaging, and effective learning for every student. And as for the closing, let us remember the future of education depends on how we embrace the innovation nowadays. To be honest, ICT is a powerful tool, but it is people like teacher, parent, and student who bring it to life. On behalf of my group, ALSYAIDEEN, AUS HAIKAL, HUDZAIFAH, me myself Kaish, and LUQMAN, I want to thank you once again for your time and support. We hope this presentation has sparked new ideas and perspective. With that, we officially conclude our session, and we like to thank you everyone. Happy Ramadan everyone. Happy fasting, and hopefully we are all doing well during the upcoming days. Thank you very much.